All right, just a couple announcements before we get started. We're going to start with an opening statement from the head coach, and then questions can be asked of the student athletes. We'll then dismiss the student athletes and give questions to Coach Underwood. If you would like to ask a question, please raise your hand and someone will bring you a microphone. Prior to asking your question, please give your name as well as your affiliation. No video of any kind is allowed during the press conference. Everything will be available later for download at the NCAA Digital Media Hub. With that, opening statement from Coach Underwood.
Survive and advance. That's pretty much the theme of that game. A lot of credit to Lamont and his team. They didn't win 27 games for a reason. They're very good. I thought the no doubt who threw the first punch or the first three punches was them. They just knocked us right in the mouth the first 6 minutes of the game and, took it to us, kicked our butt. They were much more ready to play than we were in terms of an energy standpoint and an execution standpoint. Once we got through that, we settled in, turned that, I think, 12-point deficit into at least a working margin. But Fonz got hot in the second half. Their defense doesn't give up a lot of threes. We found a few looks. Our offense was anemic. We were rushed. We didn't execute anything in the first half. When we did, we got good looks. But it was a night that 3 for 17 from the three. I hope those don't come along very often. That's not us. But again, give them a lot of credit. Coleman made a huge defensive play at the end of the game. And the thing that I like the most is this group stayed connected and stayed together, even when things were not going our way. So we live to play another day, and we'll have to enjoy this one, learn from it, and we've definitely got to start games better than we started tonight, and we got to have a different attitude when the tip jumps, or we'll be in trouble.
Jim Mattson, 25 Sports in Peoria. Brad, kind of piggybacking off that last question, you walked off the court. What are your emotions when the buzzer goes off and you walk off the court and you did survive in advance?
Yeah, it's relief. It's relief. I told Lamont they played better than us. And we just happened to have more points than them at the end, and we led at the right time. But it's also encouraging, and very encouraging, to be very honest, to know that let's see, Trent Frazier's 0 for 6, Curbello's 1 of 7, DeMonte was 1 of 3, and Plummer was 5 of 12. And to know that we're a really good shooting team, and you guys all sat there and watched us shoot yesterday, we're a really good shooting team, and we had a bad day. Kofi's 50% from the free throw line, and we found a way to win. We held them to 20 second half points. And so you're relieved, you're encouraged, and again, I've been in this thing enough to know it is literally just every game's going to be close, and there's very few blowouts, and it's survive and advance, and literally you take them any way you can get them.
Coach, as you were struggling in the first half, I think it was the first time all season that none of the freshmen got minutes. Was that because of the moment, or did you think about putting them in that situation?
I thought that the timeouts were 5 minutes or whatever they are. I mean, they're long, and you stay pretty fresh. And once we got through the first 6 minutes of the game, I really liked what we were doing defensively, and I was worried about us ever getting a rebound, but I thought defensively we were excellent. And again, we were very worried about Baptiste, and he's 2 for 11. Malachi's 4 of 20. Man, I'll take that every night. Our defense was good, and so it's not no knock against them. I think it was just kind of the way the game went. I mean, they may play a bunch in the next one.
Coach Doug Bouchon from Orange and Blue News. when you fell behind, you started putting on a little bit of pressure. Was that to try to speed them up a little bit? And do you think that it changed the game at all for you?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it just got him out of sorts, got him uncomfortable, extended the floor a little bit. We almost had a turnover in the first half. We got one in the second half. It was just a little change of pace. It was just a curveball, and it helped us. It got us going, and I thought it provided a little spark in both halves.
Sports from Decatur. Coach, as far as the game goes, how do you help the players kind of wipe that from their memory, knowing that you do have a game in 2 days and they need to stay mentally focused?
Yeah, it's what we do. I mean, that's why you play the regular season. You forget the next one. You can't let one loss turn into a second, and you can't get too high after after a win. Again, we can enjoy this moment, and we won an NCAA tournament game and a game that we didn't play great. And yet, let's go figure it out tomorrow, and we'll figure out who we play here in a little bit, and know that it's going to be a good team no matter what.
Scott Ritchie, Champaign News-Gazette. I mean, don't take your first lead till 47 seconds left in the game. You mentioned how connected the team stayed. What is it about this group that they maybe weathered 39-plus minutes before they could do that?
It's the Big Ten. I mean, we play in the Big Ten. We play in so many two-possession games, and look at Trent's night, and he hits 2 big free throws. Plummer just gives us a lift. It was Kofi's putback. It's just little things, and we just kind of hung in there, and it's like I've tried to build this thing around the fact that when you have nights like this in the NCAA tournament, and you don't shoot the ball well, and we shot 34%. When you don't shoot, how do you advance? Tonight we found a way to do that. And that's what this thing is truly all about, is being able to guard, being tough enough, being able to make a play and make a stop when you have to win a game in the NCAA tournament.
Last question for Coach right here.
Brad, how does this team now respond? Like, how do you get them reset for a second round game? How do you see them responding to this?
I mean, we'll go. There's no doubt. We better go. I mean, we're one of 32 still playing, and believe me, this team's kids have really short memories, and that's one of the great things about them. In 5 minutes they're going to be on social media reading everything that you guys say about them, and so it'll be. They'll be fine, and we'll prepare and put a game plan together and start watching film after tonight's game and get them refocused pretty quickly.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.